Hi, Bobcats. It's Miss Martin. I'm signing on today to talk to you about a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Boys and girls, as most of you already know, we will be finishing out the school year with our educational outreach, which means you're going to be doing some assignments online and turning those into your teachers. And hopefully, I'll be able to get to talk to some more of you. I've talked to lots of you already on the phone. Some of us have done video chats, some of us have done FaceTime, some of us have just done on the phone chat. And I would love to do any one of those if you need to or if you want to. Um, but boys and girls, now that things are starting to set in, I will tell you that when we first got the news about not going back to school, I was really upset. I just kept thinking, like, why? Like, why? I just want to see the kids. I want to be with them. I want to see what they're up to. I want to see what they've been learning. I want to see what they need. And I was so frustrated. I felt really discouraged. And then I thought, you know what? I can still do all of those things. I can still see what you've been learning. I can still talk to you. I can still see what you need. It just takes that communication between you and I. And so I started thinking, you know what? You teach about a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. And you know what? Maybe it's a good time to review that because we did that. We talked about a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset in February. Remember, our key of excellence for February was failure leads to success. And that's all about having a growth mindset. So here's what we're going to do. This is just a recap of the lesson that we did in February. So you've seen this before, but that's okay because we can see things more than once, right? I'm going to show you some statements and then we're going to talk about whether it's a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. But before we do that, I want you to take a look at this brain right here. Remember why we show two colors? The plain one is the fixed mindset and the growth mindset is the one that's colorful. Now, why is that? Well, that's just to show you that when you have a growth mindset, your brain is ever changing. It's evolving. It looks bright. It's always thinking, okay, can I do things a little bit differently? So it's in motion, it's growing. This one, it's just stagnant. Stagnant means it's always the same. It's never going to look any different than this. It's just a black and white brain, and it doesn't know how to think any differently than it did when you first started whatever thought process you had. So let's look at some statements. I am not good at this. That's right. That's a fixed mindset. You don't have to be perfect at everything, but it's not about whether you're good at it or not. It's the point is, are you doing your best at it? Are you trying? Okay. This may take some time and effort. What do you think? Yep. This is a growth mindset. A growth mindset brain says, you know what? Okay, it's going to take some time. Let me plan it out. Let me organize what this is going to look like. Good job. Let's look at the opposite of that, though. Now, this is a tricky one. It says, this is so easy for me. Sometimes when things are easy for us, we tend to just go through them super quick. We don't give it a second thought, and we're just like, oh, okay, done. So easy, that's it. But really, if something is so easy for you, then that means you need more of a what? That's right, you need more of a challenge. So this, when we leave it at that, that's called a fixed mindset. Now, if you take it a step further, you can change that into a growth mindset easily. But if we just leave it at, oh, this is easy, like that's it, I'm done, then that's called a fixed mindset. Okay. I'm gonna kind of put these together. This is too hard. I just can't do this. That's right. Guys, listen. We've all had difficult things happen to us. It doesn't matter whether you're an infant, a toddler, a kid, a teenager, a grown-up, a grandma or grandpa. We've all had difficult things happen, but it's how you react to difficult situations that really tells about your character. It really tells about how your brain is growing and thinking. So sometimes things do feel like it's just too hard. So in another lesson, we're going to talk about, okay, so how do we react when things feel like it's just too hard and you just can't do it? Do we just give up? No, we've got to do some things. Sometimes it starts with taking a deep breath, and I'm going to show you something really cool I got for you guys about deep breaths. But sometimes we just have to start with taking a deep breath and saying, all right, okay, now what can we do? But that's for another lesson. Stay tuned. Okay, so we've got, I just can't do this and this is too hard. That's under a fixed mindset. Oh, look what I found. I didn't plan it. I'm going to take a deep breath and work hard. Does that mean you're gonna achieve your goal right then and there? Does that mean you're looking for perfection? No, this says work hard. That's a growth mindset, okay? Growth mindset doesn't mean that you're good at everything and that you're perfect. It means that you work hard and you problem solve through things. So we're gonna put that right here. And when we're working hard and we're problem solving through things, guess what? You make mistakes. Mistakes help my brain grow. Guys, you need to know that. You're gonna make a mistake. Now you're gonna make a mistake maybe on your third attempt, your fourth attempt. I don't know. I know I've seen on Facebook and some of you have been trying to ride your bike, to learn to ride your bike. And you know what? Some kids, they might get on that bike the first time without the training wheels and they might just take off. Some of you, you might have to practice 2 or 3 times. Some of you might have quite a few falls. But then guess what? If you persevere, if you understand that mistakes help your brain grow, then you start training your brain to not give up. I'll put that right there. Can you see it? Okay, good. All right, let's see what else. Oh, this one's hard for me. I don't like to hear this. I give up. Guys, when you give up, you're saying that you don't believe in yourself, that you're not good enough to achieve things, that you're not worthy. And that's not you. Because you know what? The messages that we send our brain early on, they really can determine our path in life. If you're telling yourself, listen, it's going to take some time and effort. Mistakes help your brain grow. You got this. Just take a deep breath. Let's work hard. When you're telling your brain that every single day, guess what? That's what you're going to have, a growth mindset, and you're going to be successful. But if you're telling yourself every day, I'm not good at this. It's too hard. I give up. I just can't do it. It's so easy for me. I'm not even going to give it any effort. Then guess what? This is the kind of mindset you're going to have, a fixed mindset. And these people here tend to not be successful. Now, guys, you might be thinking, uh-oh, this is me right now. And if it is, that's okay. Take a deep breath. And you know what? We can change things, you know when? Right now. We can change things right now, because sometimes when things happen to me, my initial reaction is to have a fixed mindset, and I really truly have to take a deep breath, and then I have to start thinking about things a different way. But I know that I try every single day to have a growth mindset. And I want you to talk about this at home with grown-ups or your siblings, whoever it is that you live with, because we try to use that word in my house every day now about having a growth mindset. Okay, how are we going to problem solve through this? But it takes effort. It doesn't just happen naturally. Well, not for all of us, at least, not for me. Okay, let's do a couple more. Let's see. What am I missing? Okay, so remember, when we take a deep breath and we realize, okay, I think I made a mistake, but I know that mistakes help my brain grow. Now you can start thinking about, okay, what am I missing? What can I do to make this situation a little bit better or easier? How can I problem solve through this? So thinking about what you're missing, that's having a growth mindset. So keep that up. I'm going to do one more growth mindset. When you think about what are you missing, I'll use a different strategy. You know, sometimes we go into a project and we have it planned out and we think we're going to do X, Y, and Z. And then you get in there and all of a sudden it's not working quite the way that you thought it would work out. So then you have to think of a different plan, but you have to be flexible enough to say, you know what? Okay, this one didn't work. And I had my mind set on it and I was so sure that it was going to work. But you know what? I've got to think about things differently. And so when you're able to do that, then you can think about using different strategies, using different ways to solve the problem. I do have a few more, but I'm gonna save those for when I actually get to see you, because I would like to put this up in one of our bulletin boards. And I would also like your help in giving me some more statements that would show I don't really care so much about the fixed mindset, but more statements for the growth mindset. So if you have any statements for growth mindset, then I want you to write it down. Okay. And then let me think about a way where you can get that to me. By the way, boys and girls, if you would like to contact me, you can email me. My email address is martinc@lpisd.org. And if whoever you live with at home, whatever grown up you live with, I am happy to give them my phone number too, so that you can give me a call and then we can chit chat whenever you want. All right, guys, well, I think that's the lesson for having a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. I hope that you enjoyed our time together. I can't wait to see you again. And remember, I'm only an email away. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.